getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. It's in your grasp. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Ugambun ang ugagad yebromo ye mufurbo bumu.
Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby.
Ugambun ang ugagad yebromo wufu.
The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor.
Mopu far kobi e baso dombubu bukoye.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Fabobe mok kofar.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
Le yayato bumbo duboko.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Do wawu.
Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe.
Lotolu bayo baluotolua.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Loatolu dum.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? You can get stranger if you like. It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu's door is always open for newcomers, but he cautions you. They'll expect you to behave, or you'll have to face the consequences.
Sibi? La fanen agin kan man. Geradna fala hutut mustugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here.
Ala banglif agwaremba.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted.
Schleine forrotna mika. Gula mamwose. Ala banglif.
The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Karanam woof and mat gain. Wala papa. Vlade tik.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Gine afirma katano shubudo.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
Karanam woof and mat gain. Galen thinking of what they are.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life.
Galen thinking of what they are.
He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others.
Bro platch. What? Man is schlenk
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
What? Rita, about most the wuru wusa hat.
The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything.
The wuru wusa hat. Oh, hotinina. Get out full of us in a habale.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
Get a one thing. Oh, hotinina.
They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Get out full of us in a habale.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Fire frame. Get out full of us in a habale. Denken aufwesse, Anne?
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Denken aufwesse, Anne?
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember. You have things to do, places to go to.
can't boof.
Says goodbye to you. Not surprised that Pichu, who live in darkness, are weaker than the myriad light. Says you'll see each other later. Thinks it's time for you to go see Gizmo at the chug yard. Understands completely. Says it's about time you figure out you can't avoid helping anymore. Understands you have other places you need to go. Wonders if you're afraid of the dark. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Shime's happy that the myriad can count on a friend as bright as you. Understands you have other places you need to go. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Hopes to see you again soon. What can't you take? Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim. But you need practice, lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is actually useful. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on.
Hello.
He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You owe it to yourself to protect the environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Fruit, drink, typo.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself.
Fruit, drink, typo, sit up.
He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Tukonda.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Andro?
You'll continue to build on the basics. Talent will only take you so far.
Tukonda.
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
That's
all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She knows you're a free spirit, always on the move, like the wind. They look determined. Better watch out.
Emma tua moana.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
Emma tua moana. Di ori ma sinsti bine au.
He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though.
Ea e te tifaga. Saluto.
There's no way they'll let you pass.
Di feresit.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Shisivori yake. Uiga.
He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you.
Tropalo.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Anson bara. Andro?
If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right.
Anson bara.
The most important thing is that you're okay.
Gendrana mala.
It's time to focus on your training now.
Asana yotutupu. Kututuku.
You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Wuksa u inta badang kali, badayan analove.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Badya analove.
Training with Muma will make you feel better. It always does.
Badan u didimada, bulshada, inta badang fauruzuru.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Pianta, mustakabala no kondonas.
He wishes that was true for your Muma too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day.
Me,
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
pianta.
He's curious to see what you found.
Bestilka, badang wakomo nas vaya.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA.
Mich et chinye.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
E kanisala vai.
Thinks some are and some aren't. One thing's for sure, though, your Muma thinks it all takes up too much space in the house.
Inta badang wagzuva.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
In mo, inta badam wagsuva.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Vaksa ush inta badan.
Agrees. At least that way it'll never go out of style.
Vaksa ush inta badan.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Ahai arin kashumai.
He thinks you should. She'll be proud of you.
Badan udinamamba.
He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Kodotuku.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Inadabsunka.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Anoraka papum. Masamal.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Ariaroche nui mumera. Volakamunum rutna.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Monibasa.
Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
Tateko baba sakting.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Tateko baba sakting.
That's all she's ever asked of you.
Katjekto polupta. Sana yote.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Kanyala no toro. Antoro.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Ritsentede.
Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her. Catchy.
Antoro.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Tateko baba sakting. Masamal.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Kamonu.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Puri kumbala muma.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Volakamunum rutna.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Kamonu.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensiva. Kamonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Morning Basa.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Kana munta.
He wants to destroy her. The time to fight is coming, whether she's ready for it or not.
Bola kamunum rutna. Katjekto polupta.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Katjekto polupta.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
Kana munta.
Exactly what she wants you to do. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Dormuma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.